The smell of fresh timber usually means life. Homes being built, furniture crafted, dreams shaped from trees that once stood tall in the forest. But at the Aquanta Timber Processing Company, that smell meant something else. It meant fear. It meant silence. And for one man, it meant death. Kwame Mensah had worked at the timber yard for almost 8 years. At 38, he was known as the quiet one, reliable, careful, the type who checked measurements twice before running a log through the massive industrial saw. The machines were deafening. Steel teeth tearing through hardwood logs sent sawdust flying into the air like yellow smoke. Workers wore masks and shouted to hear each other. But Kwame listened. He listened to numbers. Every day, trucks arrived carrying giant logs from forests in the western region. The company claimed they processed 60 logs daily. But Kwame noticed something strange. There were always more. Much more. At first he thought it was a mistake in his counting. But over time the pattern became clear. Trucks came in late at night, long after the official workday ended. And the next morning, there were no records of those deliveries. One night Kwame stayed late to repair a jammed saw blade. At 11:47 p.m., he heard the rumble of engines. 3 trucks rolled into the yard. Their headlights cut through the darkness as men quickly unloaded massive rosewood and mahogany logs, timber worth thousands of dollars. Kwame hid behind stacks of lumber and watched. The supervisor, the security guard, and a man he had never seen before. They spoke quietly while counting the logs. Then the stranger handed the supervisor a thick envelope. Kwame felt his stomach tighten. Illegal logging, smuggled timber, and the company itself was involved. The next morning Kwame checked the inventory system. Nothing. The trucks had never existed. No delivery records. No log entries. But the timber was there, quietly mixed with a legal supply before being shipped out to exporters. Kwame did the math. If 3 illegal trucks arrived every night, that meant hundreds of stolen trees every month. Entire sections of forest were being wiped out. And someone was making millions. Kwame made the mistake of asking a question. During lunch, he quietly asked the supervisor, Mr. Adu, "Sir, why do trucks come at night?" The table went silent. Mr. Adu stared at him for a long moment before smiling. "A worker who asks too many questions," he said slowly, "won't last long in this company." That evening, Kwame found a note inside his locker. "Mind your work, not the trucks." 2 weeks later, Kwame stopped showing up to work. His wife Alma reported him missing. The company claimed he had resigned suddenly, but his co-workers knew Kwame. He would never leave without telling anyone. And then something else happened. Police discovered Kwame's motorbike abandoned near a forest road outside town. The ground nearby was disturbed, freshly covered soil. When police began digging, they uncovered something horrifying. Kwame's body. He had been beaten severely before being buried. News spread quickly. Authorities launched a full investigation into the timber company. What they found shocked even experienced detectives. The company was part of a massive illegal logging network operating across West Africa. The scheme worked like this. Criminal groups cut protected trees in remote forests. The logs were transported secretly at night. Corrupt companies mixed the illegal timber with legal supplies. The wood was exported overseas with fake documentation. Millions of dollars were being made. And anyone who threatened the operation disappeared. Kwame had simply seen too much. Police eventually arrested the company's supervisor, 2 security guards, a transport contractor, and the mysterious middleman who had delivered the envelopes of cash. Phone records revealed something chilling. The night Kwame disappeared, the supervisor had called the contractor 3 times. The same contractor owned the truck that transported the illegal timber, and likely Kwame's body. Kwame Mensah left behind a wife and 2 young children. He had never intended to become a whistleblower. He had simply noticed numbers that didn't make sense. But his discovery exposed a criminal industry responsible for destroying forests, corrupting businesses, and silencing workers. The timber yard still operates today under new management. But some workers say that on quiet evenings, when the saws finally stop and the air fills with floating sawdust, you can almost feel the weight of a secret buried beneath the stacks of wood. a secret that cost a man his life. Real facts about timber crime. Illegal logging is one of the largest environmental crimes in the world. It accounts for 15 to 30% of global timber trade. The criminal networks often use corruption, violence, and intimidation to hide operations. Workers who expose illegal logging have been threatened, attacked, or killed in several countries. Illegal timber operations damage ecosystems, destroy wildlife habitats, and rob governments of billions in revenue. Warning signs of illegal timber operations. Authorities say these are red flags. Trucks arriving outside normal operating hours. Missing or incomplete inventory records. Logs from protected tree species. Workers being warned not to ask questions. Security preventing access to certain areas. If suspected, such activities should be reported to forestry authorities or environmental protection agencies. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more gripping true crime stories every week. What do you think really happened behind the scenes? Was Kwame targeted from the beginning, or did he uncover something bigger than he expected? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.